This 1972 Maytag washing machine is still running today, yet your $3,000 smart fridge will likely die in under 5 years. Why do modern appliances break so fast and old ones last for decades? We'll expose the hidden engineering crimes in your kitchen and laundry room. Consider the modern homeowner. You walk into a big box store today and you spend $3,000 on a Samsung smart refrigerator. It features a touchscreen and glass door, looking like a futuristic spaceship. But statistically, that machine will be dead in less than 5 years. When it inevitably dies, the repairman won't fix it. He'll simply tell you to throw it away. Why have we transitioned from an era of 50-year machines to 5-year disposable toys? In this investigation, we will expose the engineering crimes hiding inside your kitchen and laundry room. We will examine the linear compressor scam, the sealed bearing disaster, and the computer chip conspiracy that has transformed your home appliances into e-waste. The first villain on our list is the refrigerator, specifically its technology, known as the linear compressor. For decades, refrigerators used a standard rotary compressor. This motor spun in a circle submerged in an oil bath. It was loud and consumed a bit more electricity, but it was virtually indestructible due to constant lubrication. However, in the early 2000s, companies like LG and Kenmore decided to reinvent the wheel. To meet strict new energy regulations, they invented the linear compressor. Instead of spinning, this motor moves a piston back and forth in a straight line, similar to a syringe. They claimed it would save energy and reduce noise, but a fatal engineering flaw emerged. Because it doesn't spin, it cannot splash oil around the chamber to lubricate itself. It relies on a tiny, complex system of valves and springs to prevent friction from destroying the machine. These valves fail. This isn't a theory. It's the subject of a massive class action lawsuit. When a linear compressor fails, it often sends metal shavings into the fridge sealed cooling lines. This acts like a heart attack for the entire appliance. You can't just replace the compressor because the entire circulatory system is clogged with shrapnel. The fridge is totaled. But even if the compressor somehow survives, another engineering crime is happening inside your modern fridge. The Ice Maker. If you own a Samsung French door refrigerator, you likely know this pain personally. In the old days, the Ice Maker was always located in the freezer. This made sense, as the freezer compartment is naturally below freezing. But modern consumers wanted more shelf space, so engineers moved the Ice Maker up into the refrigerator compartment. This is a direct violation of the laws of thermodynamics. They're trying to freeze water inside a box designed to keep food at 38 degrees Fahrenheit. They must pump freezing air from the bottom up through thin plastic tubes into a poorly insulated compartment. The result is inevitable. The seals fail, warm air enters, and the Ice Maker turns into a solid block of frost. It jams. It leaks water all over your floor, eventually destroying the fan motor. They engineered a system that fights physics, just to give you a slightly cleaner look. The second reason your appliances are dying is the invasion of the computer chip. Your grandmother's oven had a mechanical dial. It was a simple switch that sent power directly to a heating element. If it broke, you'd buy a $10 switch and easily screw it in. Your modern oven has a motherboard, a printed circuit board with delicate microprocessors, soldering, and capacitors. And where do manufacturers place this delicate computer? Right next to the oven vent. They're putting a computer, which hates heat, inside a machine designed to generate heat. Thermal cycling causes the solder joints on the board to crack, but the real killer is a feature they market as a luxury. The self-clean cycle. When you press self-clean, your oven locks the door and ramps the temperature up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit to burn off grease. That extreme heat rises up the back of the stove, cooking the control board. We've spoken to dozens of repair technicians who all say the same thing. Running the self-clean cycle is the fastest way to kill a modern oven. You are literally frying the machine's brain to save yourself 10 minutes of scrubbing. The replacement board often costs $400, if they even make it anymore. The same logic applies to the modern dishwasher. If you bought a dishwasher in 1990, it was certainly loud. It sounded like a jet engine. But that was the sound of a powerful motor and a hard food disposer grinding up your leftovers. It ran a wash cycle in 45 minutes, and the dishes came out sterile. Today, due to energy and water regulations, modern dishwashers use tiny, weak pumps that merely sprinkle water on the dishes. To get them clean, the machine has to run for 3 or 4 hours, and because the motors are too weak to grind up food, they removed the disposal unit. Instead, they gave you a filter, a mesh basket at the bottom of the tub that you have to reach in and clean by hand, digging out the slimy, wet food yourself. They charged you more money for a machine that takes 4 times as long and forces you to do the dirty work yourself. But the most insulting engineering crime is the sealed tub. This is why your washing machine is now a disposable item. In the old days, like with that 1972 Maytag, the metal drum spun on a set of bearings. These bearings take a beating and eventually wear out. On an old machine, you could unscrew the back, pop out the old bearings, press in new ones for about $20, and get another 10 years of life. Today, manufacturers like Whirlpool and Samsung use a process called plastic welding. They mold the bearings directly into the plastic outer tub, permanently sealed inside. When the $20 bearing fails, you cannot replace it. You have to replace the entire tub assembly. The part costs $400 and labor costs $300. Suddenly, the repair bill is $700 on an $800 machine. The repairman looks at you and says the phrase defining the modern economy. It is not worth fixing. This is not an accident. This is a deliberate design choice. They intentionally remove the ability to repair wear items, forcing you to buy a new unit. So, what is the solution? If you watched our last video, you know about Speed Queen appliances. But not everyone can afford a $2,000 washer. The alternative is to reject the smart appliance entirely. When you shop for a fridge, look for the cheapest, dumbest model on the floor. Look for the one without a touchscreen, without an ice maker in the door, without Wi-Fi. The fewer features it has, the fewer things can break. Or, do what the smart money is doing. Keep your ugly avocado green appliances running. If you still have a dryer from 1995, keep it. It is built with steel gears and a mechanical timer. It is superior to anything you can buy at a big box store today. Do not be seduced by the stainless steel and the glowing lights. They are just lipstick on a pig. They are trying to sell you a computer that keeps your milk cold. Just like a computer, they expect you to upgrade it every 5 years. Stop buying their junk. If you want to know which other products have been ruined by this same philosophy, watch this video next.